So hello guys, how are you? So today I'm solving this problem, spiral matrix 3. So this is the part of daily Leetcode problem. So in this question we are given one matrix and we are given some start point in that matrix. Okay, like in this case this is given the coordinate where we have to start. So basically we have to go in the clockwise. Okay, so it's we have to basically traverse for each and every cell of the matrix in clockwise way. Okay, so you can see here in this question we are starting from 1, so we are going right direction. Then when we reach to the right direction, then we are moving to down bars, then left, then again up bar, and so on. So let me explain it in a better way with my diagram, so that things would be, first of all, should be very clear that what we gonna actually do. So guys, I just created one matrix of 6 by 6. Okay, so now this is our start coordinates. Okay, so we are starting from the row equal to 2 and column equal to 3. Okay, so this is the point where we are starting. Okay, now we have to go in the spiral way. Spiral way means in the clockwise direction. So if we are here, okay, this is our start point, right, at this point. So what we will do is, first of all, we will start from it. We will go to right direction of it by one step. Okay, now we are here. So now after reaching this, we have to go to the below, because we are going in the clockwise direction, right? Clock works in this way only. So now we are here at this location. So we reach by one step. Okay, so by one step we came here, right? And after this step, what happened? Our direction changed, right? So far we were adding the value from start to start plus 1, right? So in this, at this location, what it become? It became the this thing start sorry, so it's column, yeah. So our star c start would become c start plus 1, right? So c start new value would become here 4, right? So we were adding 1, so we are here, and this is still there. So new values are 2 and 4. Now we are going back down here. Okay, so in this case, what is happening? Our direction changed. Direction in the sense, so far we were adding things to the column. Now we are adding the positive stuff to our row, right? So when we are making one more step towards down, our start become 3, right? Our start become 3, and our this thing c start means the column is still 4, right? At this place we are 3 and 4. Now after reaching this, we have to again move our direction. So this time we will go to this way. Okay, so this way what is happening, our basically this thing, our c start, basically our columns now getting decreased, right? So in this way it is like 3 and 3, correct? This is the 3 and 3, you can check this way. Now we will go to one more left, right? Because so far on we cannot go into top of it, because already we visited this place, right? So see here, this would be, now again we are decreasing, so the new values would be here 3 and 2, because columns are decreasing. Okay, so we are at here. Now we should go to top of it, right? So we will go here. Okay, so we cannot go to right direction here because this place is already visited. So what would be the coordinates now? It is 2 and 2, right? You can just guess here, 2 and 2. So in this case, what is happening? Now we are decreasing from the rows, right? The direction changed. This time we have adding the -1 value to the rows. So this 3 would become 2, and column is still 2, right? So we reached here. Now we cannot go to right. We have to still move one more time. Okay. So this time what happening? Our row will become 1, and column is still 2. Now see here, now we can move to the right direction, because we have this empty space, means the one which is not visited. So we can now go to one more place, right? Similarly, we can go to one more place. We cannot go down, right, because these things are already visited. Then we can go one more place to the right side. Now we can check that down bars we have empty, right? So that means we can change now our direction like this. So we can keep on going, because left side is already visited. So we can keep on going because left side is already visited. We can one more step go down bar, right? Now we can go to left side. Now guys, wait a minute. What is happening? Do you observe the pattern here? So see here, when we started from very first location, we moved right side one direction, right? One step. Then we reached here. Then after this, we will coming down with one step, right? then when we started to the left side, we did two step, right? We did two step, one and one. So yeah, it did two steps. When we go upward, then also we did two steps, correct? So this is two. Now when we are this time going to the right side, we are making three steps. So this is three step. Then we are coming down, then also it is three steps, right? Now I am moving to the left here, so I can move here, correct? Because this is empty. I can move here as well, I can move here as well, but I cannot go top because it's already visited, so I can move one more time. So how many steps happen? There are total 4 steps, right? So we will type down here 4 steps. Now see here, come to this part. So we can go here, we can move this more place, we can move one more place here, and we can move one more place here. So now this time it is 4 steps. So you can observe this pattern is becoming like 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 and then 5 5 and so on, right? So if we generate this kind of series, okay, then we can guess that up to how many basically our answer would be having row into column times values, right? Because we have here, for example, we are 6 into 6, so there would be total 6 into 6 coordinates, right? The way which we have taken these coordinates, right? So this would be like a row into column. So what would be our answer type? Answer type would be a 2D array like this. Let me type it down. So our answer array would be something like this, because see here we have row into column total iteration, right? And all the coordinates having two values like 3 and 4, 3 and 3, right? So that is the reason I have taken the size row into column, and 2 is the column size, because we have two values here. So now we have to fill this guy, okay, this answer list. So now come to important thing is how to generate this series, because this will be solve us everything, okay? So guys, can you see this thing? Let's say we are having this kind of thing, int I equal to 0 to I less than ny2 plus 1 and I plus plus. Let's say this is a loop, and initially let's say n equal to 0. So what would be the, how many times this would execute if n equal to 0? So see here, this value would be 0 by 2 plus 1. So basically this will, how many times this loop would be execute? So this loop would be execute only one times, right? So for n equal to 2, it would execute one time, because I equal to 0 and this ny2 plus 1, basically it would be 0 plus 1, okay? So this would be 1 only, okay? So it would run only one time, right? Because I equal to 0, it would be print this I. So one time, how many times? It will run one time, okay? Now let's say n equal to, again we are making 1, okay? So how many times for 1 it would run? See here, this value would be 1 by 2 plus 1, right? So this would also give only 1, right? Because 1 by 2 is 0, so 0 plus 1 is equal to again 1. So this also would be run only one time for n equal to 1 also, okay? Now go for n equal to 2, okay? Let's say we are going n equal to 2. So n equal to 2, how many times it would be run? So n equal to 2, what this value? This would be 2 by 2 plus 1. So basically its value would be 2. So it would run 0 and 1. So 2 times. So for n equal to 2, it can run 2 times. So how about 3? If n equal to 3, this would be 3 by 2 plus 1. So this will be 1 plus 1. So again it would run 2 times only, correct? Now take n equal to 4. N equal to, n equal to 4. How many times it would be run? It would be run, this would be 4 by 2, so 2 plus 1, so 3. So it would be run 0, 1 and 2. So it would be run 3 times. Now n equal to 5 also, it would be run 3 times, right? So this is generating us the same series, right? This is generating us the same series. So we are interested these many number of operations. In this case, let's say the total operations would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. So these many times, if we sum all of them, and till the time this sum becomes to row into column, because we have total row into column number of cells, like 6 into 6 in this case, right? So if we use this formula, basically we can get this series. Okay, means how these many operations we can sum up so that it will equal to row into column times. Now one more thing is we have to change the direction also, correct? So see here, whenever we are coming out of this thing, let's say we started with n equal to 0. So suppose our direction initially dx equal to 0, because we are not adding anything into row. See here, we started here, row is still 2 everywhere. So till the time we are here, so let's say dx equal to initially it is 0, and dy, which is anchoring for the column, so dy equal to 1, right? So we would be adding both of them to x and y coordinates. So 0 would not affect, but dy equal to 1, so it would add. Let's say we added here, it is column is 3, so 3 plus 1 it become 4. Okay, but row is still 0 because 2 plus 0. So in this case what will happen, once we are done with this step, now what we have to do, whenever we are getting a change direction, we can swap these values. Now this will not be a normal swap, but after swapping we have to change the sign as well. So finally it would be like dx I would be making, after doing a normal swap, dx I would be making -1 and dy equal to 0. Okay, so like we do the traditional swap, and only we are changing the this sign, we are making it -1. Okay, so in this way, whenever a change is happening, whenever a direction is changing, we will do a swap of this way. Like we change the, whoever has value 1, that would exchange the value to other guy with negative sign. Okay, so see here, once we were here, we reached here. Okay, so initially we had dx equal to 0, dy equal to 1. Once we reached here, our dx would become -1 and dy equal to 0. Sorry, dx would be so this swap would be like this. Okay, so we can have a temp variable. So temp equal to, we will put dx, then dx equal to dy, and dy equal to -1 into temp. Okay, so once we are reaching here, what will happen, our dx would be basically become 1. Okay, so this dx would be becoming equal to 1 because dy equal to 1, and then dy equal to -1 into temp. So anyway, because temp is 0 right now, because dx was 0, so it would be 0. Okay, so now we would be going ahead, we will get this coordinate, and similarly once we are again changing, then same thing we would be again exchanging it. So let's say once we are reached at here, okay, what will happen according to this, our temp, so our temp would be dx, which is right now 1. Okay, and our dx would be becoming dy, so dx would become our 0 and dy would become -1. So see here, in this way, when we are going from right to left, our things would be decreased, and so on. So these two things, if we take care, we can now easily make the coordinates, because we can, according to this series, we can generate that how many operations would be there, and according to this swap we can generate the direction to find the coordinates in our series. So in this way, like similarly we can go in this way, this would be like 4 operations, right, in this way. So we are allowed to go outside, right? So after that we will traverse like this, like this, like this, then we will find this guy to go there. Okay, so similarly finally we would be printing all the coordinates encountering in our thing. So now in this way, when we will further go, there would be a time when our total operation would be matching to row into column. Okay, so it would be in this case 36, right? So then we would be closing this our for loop in this way, and all the coordinates would be in this array. So let me show you my code here. So guys, see here, first of all I created this dx and dy. Initially our dx equal to 0 because we are traversing from left to right, so rows will not change, only the coordinates of column would be added 1, right, every time we are going to right side. And n I have given 0, temp is just variable I'm giving. So this is my answer thing, which is row into column, because we would have total these many of cells. And then I have created size 2 because we need to store the coordinates, x coordinate, y coordinate, so we need 2 space. Now see here, while I is less than rows and columns, see here, this is the place where I am generating the those series. So initially we have taken n equal to 0, see here, right? So this is the place where I was doing the way which I shown you this series, right? to generate this series, these many numbers, we are using I equal to 0 to I less than ny2 plus 1 I plus plus, we just explained. So for that reason I'm using this. Now I'm just making a check that we are only taking those answers which are falling inside the array's boundaries, right? We just cannot go out boundaries. We can traverse through, but store that those are not the coordinates to store. So I'm here taking rStart and cStart, both of them are adding. Okay, I'm increasing this I here, I plus plus, because we are done with the storing of this. Then we have to go to next values. Now see here, we are adding the values to columns. So same, for the same reason, because direction initially 0 and 1, so we will get the right direction thing. Okay, so after doing this, what will happen? See here, so in this case we started, so in one time it would be run for initially we started for n equal to 0, right? So for n equal to 0 it would be execute, like in this case one time, then it will come here, we will come out of this loop because it is executing one time. Then we are increasing n equal to n plus plus, so it will become 1 this time, right? And we are here, see, we are doing the exchange of the direction, because whenever we are coming out of it, that means our direction has to be reversed. So see here, temp equal to dx, dx equal to dy, and dy equal to minus 1 into temp, because our direction would be changing to opposite direction with sign. So similarly, then we are again going to the while loop, because we increases I, so I till the time we are less than this, we will again come here, and n equal to 1, then similarly we would increase every time. So these many of operations once run, there would be time when we are done with the rows and columns time. Okay, we are storing here all the values, all the coordinates during our iteration, and finally I am returning this answer. So let me execute this code. So I am executing the code, let me submit it. So yeah, it is 81.315 star. So thank you for watching this video, and if you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there. Thank you.